All right, everybody, I have a brand new DCU update for you guys today, and this one is hit close to home. It's very upsetting, but we lost an icon today. I'm going to share my screen here and show you that the best Batman ever has passed away. Kevin Conroy, who has been the voice of Batman for over 20 years, has always been the voice I hear in my head when I read Batman comics. He was incredible in the Arkham series. Kevin Conroy was Batman, and he was one of the main reasons I got into voice acting in the first place. So Diane Pershing, who played Poison Ivy, did let everybody know that, and I met all of them. I met Lauren Lester, Diane Pershing, and I met Kevin Conroy at the Comic-Con. I think it was 4 years ago. I got to meet all of them. Super nice individuals, all of them. They would go together to a lot of the Comic-Con, so they were like a trio. And yeah, that's actually at the, that's the Ontario, Canada, but that's kind of interesting there. Yeah, he's gone. He had been sick for a while, apparently, and they're not saying what he was sick from, but he's been sick for a while, and he finally passed away. So this, to me, is extremely, extremely upsetting because, like I said, I will always hear his voice. Batman, in anything I read, Batman-wise or see, he's the voice I hear. He was incredible. Only 66. That's crazy. He is going to be missed. All right, so let's talk about the other thing I wanted to talk about is there was a deadline report yesterday. There was a town hall with these three, with these three individuals yesterday, and they kind of talked about the future of DC and what is going to happen coming up, and this is some pretty interesting stuff, and I'm going to talk about what this could possibly mean. But they all met. It was their first appearance together in front of the company since they've been put into their respective jobs. The execs expressed their shared excitement for the new structure, with Zaslav mentioning how the plan is to build a Bible for a cohesive DC universe, one that is overreaching across live-action films, TV, animation, gaming, and more. Safran, fresh in from the production of Nun 2 in Europe, spoke about his love for such DC properties as Aquaman, which is the DC's highest-grossing movie ever at $1.1 billion worldwide. In addition, he said he adored the themes of Shazam. Now, this is where things get interesting. Gunn spoke about how he loves the interaction of Superman and Batman, and how they are the same and different at the same time. While Gunn and Safran didn't mention anything about new projects, the former said he has a penchant for such DC superheroes as Metal Men and Batmite, which I think would be kind of ridiculous myself, but whatever. So what I think is interesting is this Superman and Batman comment. These two characters together, like Batman versus Superman, could have been a huge hit, but it had been chopped up by the studio, and it had... The Ultimate Edition is pretty awesome, but the theatrical version did have some issues. People walked away scratching their heads. You have the two most well-known superheroes in the world, and the studio bumbled that debut. It would be great to see these characters together in a world's finest movie, and I do believe that's where this is headed. Now, I do think they are going to reestablish Superman first in his own standalone film after The Flash, but it's going to be great to see Batman and Superman together on screen in a world's finest movie, and I do believe that is something that is going to be coming up here within the next 3 to 4 years. I really do believe that is coming. So Zaslav continued to express his excitement to have the duo on board and the great characters they're bound to spring to life. Gunn acknowledged Zaslav's admiration for DC and thanked him for the opportunity to lead the brand. As previously reported, Gunn and Safran report to Zaslav, but will also work closely with Warner Brothers Film Group co-chairman and CEOs Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi. So this tells me that these individuals in Zaslav are the ones really in charge. But the day-to-day functioning is going to be led by Gunn and Safran. The duo are also working closely with Casey Bloys, chairman and CEO of HBO and HBO Max Content, as well as Channing Dungey, chairman, Warner Brothers Television Group, Kathleen Finch, chairman and chief content officer, U.S. Networks Group, Pan Lifford, president, Warner Brothers Discovery Global Brands and Experiences, and David Haddad, president, Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. So they started their job on November 1st, and I already talked about that in a previous video. So this goes on to talk about kind of their backgrounds, what they've worked on, type of thing. So that's pretty much, there's a little bit more here down at the bottom. Stupid ads. So they talk about Gunn after they talk about Safran. And then we have the last part here. We've heard from some sources about confusion on the greenlight powers at DC and Warner Brothers. Who has full authority? Warner's has been a place that has always greenlit by committee, particularly on the feature side. It's our understanding that no future DC decisions are made sans Gunn and Safran, so they'll all be involved. Their input is integral and necessary on all future projects, so a wide map can be designed across the entire Conglom. That said, if Gunn and Safran don't want to move forward with a specific DC project, then the project doesn't happen. We hear that DC Studios has no P&L. There's a lot to unpack there. The bottom line is Gunn and Safran are not totally in charge. There are 3 individuals ahead of them. They kind of fall 4th and 5th. So they're going to keep things cohesive, but they're not the main driver behind everything. It's going to be everybody is going to get together and make these decisions. I hope they keep them reined in and that they keep them focused. I do think Snyder needs to return at some point. We need to see a conclusion of his story, and we need to continue with the characters we've already been given. Cavill, Affleck, Momoa, all of those, but also build upon the universe. That's where we need to go at this point. For it to be successful, you need to be very mindful of the Snyder fans as well as those who want things done in kind of a different direction. They're going to have to toe the line here and do it well, otherwise they're going to lose a major part of the fan base. So we're going to see where this leads. They should be announcing stuff, I think, before the end of the year or early next year. But we've got a wild ride coming up, and I will be here to cover it all. Yeah, I'm just going to spend the rest of the day just, I don't know. Finding out about Kevin Conroy really kind of ruined my day. It was a shock when I read that. So I wanted to bring everybody the news and also information on this meeting that happened yesterday. I do appreciate it. We will see you on the next video.